Hi Stories channel here.
Today we are going to take a look at 2008 Korean horror film called Death Bell. At the start of the movie, there is a fire all around, desks and chairs burning under an open sky. A girl named Ina Kang is walking through the fire wearing a white nightdress. In front of her, another weird girl is sitting and gazing at her with an awful smirk. Her eyes are white and scary. Ina starts looking around while calling Ji-won. Ina is expecting to see Ji-won around. She sees a vision related to math while calling out Ji-won. She senses something in the ground. She sits and rubs off the sand when a weird creature appears from the underground and starts dragging her legs towards itself. Somehow she manages to get away from the creature and starts running in the opposite direction. Now there are numerous scary creatures all around her. The terrifying human-like creatures chase the girl with blood-dripping jaws. Then the girl stops and looks back at the weird pale girl. The alarm suddenly goes off and Ina gets up in a hostel room in a bunk bed with her roommates. Her roommate is making fun of her and Ina seems a bit off. Her roommate asks what happened to her, but she looks very frustrated. On a fine morning, all the students are going towards the school building. Mr. Lee, a teacher, is checking the dress code of the students at the entrance. Later, he enters a faculty office where he has a discussion with Mr. Kim about the quality of students' exams. Students' cell phones being collected before the exam in the examination hall, and one of the students is on call with his mother. Ina calls him a little boy, and the conversation is getting heated up. Ina stands with her anger ready to take a fight with the boy, but another girl from the front row stops her. She comments about rich students always supporting each other's backs. There is tension in the exam hall as students look stressed, and one of the teachers, Miss Choi, seems to be a strict one. The exam starts and the other teacher, Mr. Kim, motivates the students to give their best. A boy hears someone whisper, "Help me," in the examination hall. He looks at his paper where a scary face appears on his question paper. He gets terrified and falls off of his chair. When he tells Mr. Kim that there is something on the paper, but nothing is found on it when he checks. There are scratches on the wrist of the boy, and he has no explanation for it. They then hear an announcement on the school speaker. It's a student who passes a funny comment on the school speaker. Teachers expected a student named Kang Hyung for this act. Then we see that the teachers are waiting for a meeting to start. The teachers have different opinions on the ways of teaching, and the principal arrives for the meeting and he announces that a student is coming over from the twin school in 10 days. He also asks Mr. Kim to start a new temporary special class for elite students. Ina and her roommate Hyung are on the roof doing their laundry work. Hyung claims she performed well in the exams because she had a dream of sleeping with Won Bin. The argument starts as Bin is Ina's boyfriend. Hyung starts teasing her using Bin's name. Suddenly, Bin also comes on the roof and invites them to a club party and he insists that they come. Friday, May 23rd, just a day before the special class, students are looking for the results on the screens in the hallway. Suddenly, Cho Bum starts to see a creature in Ina's face. She screams and attacks her and grabs her neck to choke her out, but other boys stop him from doing so. After that, he experiences some strange visions. Everyone thinks that Cho has gone insane, and a few students go to the faculty room to inform the teachers about the event. Teachers call the ambulance and they take Cho away. For some reason, Cho believes that everyone is going to die. Miss Choi informs Cho Bom's mother that he is being hospitalized due to his behavior and he is out of the special class as well. Ina and Kim decide to go to the club at night and they snuck out of the girls' dorms while ditching the guard on duty. The guard senses something on the other side of the campus and a boy is hiding in the dark and his hands are covered with blood. The boy sees a dead person and runs away, and that boy was Cho Bom. Ina and Kim are getting dressed in the club's washroom. They enter the club and start enjoying the party. On Saturday, May 24th, the special class starts and Mr. Kim greets the class and asks if all the students are present. Dong-hyuk hears a whisper in the corridor and he follows the voice and gets into a room. Something hits him suddenly and he falls. He discovers a trap as a rope is knotted to his foot and someone is dragging him to the bathroom. He struggles and screams in pain. In English class, suddenly the screen starts to glitch and everyone can hear a girl's helpless voice. It's Hee-young trapped in a transparent glass box and struggling to find a way out. Mrs. Choi, after seeing this, tries to call for help, but the phone is dead. She sends a student to the faculty room. Every screen in the school is displaying Hee-young. The internet has stopped working as well, so the student turns on the TV in the faculty room. An intimidating voice is broadcasting through the school speakers. He warns them and says that this is a game and those who do not play will die. Mr. Lee thinks it's another prank, but Kim thinks otherwise. The voice warns them not to leave the school premises. There is no signal in the cell phones as well. The water starts to fill up the box on the screen. Hugh Young faces a life threat, and the security try to contact the police, and there is chaos all over the school. Mr. Lee still suspects that this is a prank of Kang Hyung and confronts him that he pulled another prank. Mr. Kim stops him, and there is chaos in the classroom. Then the box is filled with water, and Hugh can't breathe, and eventually she dies in front of everyone. It is 10:44 a.m., and everyone in the school is terrified. Mr. Lee tries to go outside the school and get help, but students impatiently start running towards the exitway. Teachers try to stop them, but in vain. At the exit, students see Mr. Lee was covered in blood. He dies in front of everyone, and now the students are more scared than ever. The voice tells them to answer the question or they will all die. It's getting intense now. The voice asks them another question. A boy starts screaming over the speakers. It's Dong Hyuk and he is being tortured. Dong confesses he did something bad and his mother was greedy. The voice asks everyone to go to the museum and search for these words. There are words written on a pink sheet and answers should be put on the whiteboard. Everyone, including teachers, is looking for the answer while thinking. Then Mr. Kim and Mrs. Choi figure out the answer. Everyone starts looking for these words as there are just a little bit of time left. A dead body suddenly thuds on stage. It's Dong Hyuk and he is gone. Now Jae Wook has gone missing while Ina has something on her mind. She leaves and Kang follows her. Ina has figured out how students are being killed by the rankings of the test results. A student, Soo Jin, tells her groupmates that they should hide so they won't be targeted. They make an excuse to go to the bathroom and leave. The students get the keys and sneak into the girls' dorms. Ina informs the teachers that students are being killed by the rankings. Myung has gone into hiding with her group and she is next on the kill list. Teachers divide the remaining students into two groups to go and search. Both groups are looking for the missing students carefully, and while searching, Miss Choi mistakenly attacks a guard. The guard tells them that all the phone lines have been cut off, and Mr. Kim finds a room that is messed up. It has been 6 hours since Jae's disappearance. The Myung group start fearing death as they hear some noise outside the room. They decide to turn on the lights when someone was banging on the door. Suddenly, the door broke open and a hole appeared in it. Meanwhile, Mr. Kim's group sees a light in one of the rooms on the other side of the building and runs towards it. A guy from the Myung group tries to see through the door's hole but gets pulled on. Mr. Kim's search group gets into the room and sees another trick question. Some words are written on the board and they are required to make a password out of it to save Jae's life. Mrs. Chloe's search group sees a light at the dorms and runs towards it. The entrance to the dorms is locked and they cannot get in. They break the lock using a fire extinguisher and get inside. Ina is screaming Myung's name, but she is nowhere to be found. A boy is smirking on the stairs, away from everyone's sight. A ghost leaves everyone except for Soo Jin, who is now missing. Mr. Kim's group is still trying to crack the password as they think it's a phone's cryptogram. The password is warm, spring day, remember the auditorium. Ina gets relieved to find Myung. It's 8:40 p.m. and Jae Wook is dead even though they put the right password in. Students along with the teachers are eating food in the cafeteria. After listening to the password, Ina gets a flashback about Ji Woon. Ina sees her face and remembers that she was her best friend. They used to study together and sleep together. Kim Ji-moon was studying hard to get the scholarship, but she failed. She killed herself because she was not able to get the scholarship. Students now think it's the ghost of her, but Mr. Kim refuses to believe that, although Ina is confident that it has something to do with her death. They hear a light melody on the speakers. Meanwhile, Mr. Kim rushes out to find the killer. Miss Choi, along with Ina and Hyun, try to solve the next question. It's a hard one with school pictures. They are required to make a sentence out of the broken pictures and pieces. They are putting together different ideas to get the right answer. Mr. Kim searches for the person behind all of this and is attacked by a mysterious creature. He gets into the security room and through the security camera that there is a person in a white dress standing on the stairs. He rushes towards it. While searching on the stairs, he is attacked by someone else with a knife. Mr. Kim runs to save his life. Ina and the others solve the question. The puzzle is a picture of the dorms. Mr. Kim locks himself in a room while the unknown attacker follows him. Mrs. Chloe realizes all the questions are related to Ji-won's death. Soo Jin is being tortured as the killer puts her in the washing machine and leaves her to die. Miss Choi and the others find her there dead. Miss Choi tells Mr. Kim that everything is related to Ji-won's death, but he calls her insane. Kang realizes that Ina is now missing. Ina finds herself in a room where a girl is sitting and writing. She asks about her. As she turns around, Ina sees blood coming out of her mouth. Kang and the teachers follow her screams. Meanwhile, Ina thinks that she's hallucinating. Mr. Kim asks Kang how he pulled off the first prank using the school speakers. Kang explains the trick to Mr. Kim. They all go to the control room and find the source of the sound. They are looking for an AV router. Mr. Kim and the others find that the cable is coming from underground. Mr. Kim, along with Miss Choi, Ina, and Kang, follow the cable to get some answers. They find Beam acting strangely and not replying to anyone. Suddenly, he attacks Ina furiously. Kang tells Ina to run and starts struggling with him to knock him out. He ends up stabbing Kang multiple times and he dies there. Ina is crying and she can't make sense of all of this. He is coming to attack Ina, but Mr. Kim knocks him out. Mr. Kim then kills him with a brick, and he thinks it was him behind all of this. Ina mourns his death, but he is gone. She can't believe what just happened before her. The same melody starts again, and Mr. Kim follows the voice. There's a door in the corner, and Mr. Kim opens it up, but in vain. Ina sees a small board in which they are required to put the secret code. It is revealed that Myung is hanging upside down in the same room and crying for help. Miss Choi is trying to get the secret code by solving the question on the board. It all links to Ji-won. Miss Choi solves the question and the door opens. They get in just in time and save Myung-ho. Mr. Kim starts to look for clues in the room and asks Myung if she was able to get a look at the killer. Just when they get a little relaxed, Myung is pulled towards the roof by this strange person. As they stand there in confusion and fear, the person leaves Myung from there and she falls and dies in front of them. The strange killer gets behind Mr. Kim and tries to finish him off, but he struggles and with all of his power pushes him away. He immediately stands up and gets his neck with a rope and kills him. He realizes it's the mother of Ji-won. Ina and Miss Choi are crying over the body of Myung. The next day, the funeral is being conducted at the school premises. It's a sad sight and loved ones of deceased students are seen crying and mourning. Ina goes to the rooftop to get some air. There she finds a picture of Ji-won with her parents. Suddenly, a man from behind kidnaps her, and the speaker goes on. Now Ina is in the kill room and the person is telling everyone that he lived 2 years with the same pain. It is then revealed that he is the father of Ji-won. It had not ended, as Ji-won's father asks the final question. There is a leakage of gas in the main hall and the killer is holding a lighter. He isolated the auditorium and the final question was displayed on the board. It is a video of Ji-won's murder where a man killing Ji-won has a bear keychain hanging out of his pocket in the video. Ji-won's father demands the killer confess his sins, otherwise everyone will pay the price. There is chaos all across the auditorium. In a flashback, the teachers are getting money from some students' parents to give them high marks on the exams. Ji-won witnesses this whole scene and intends to report the issue if she and everyone else is not given the marks fairly. Mr. Kim refuses to give the marks fairly, but Ji-won is ready to fight for her marks. She was going to tell everyone about the secret, and she threatens Mr. Kim that he will go to the Board of Education. Mr. Kim kills her cold-bloodedly. He gets an axe and starts to threaten everyone. He screams, "I didn't do this alone," and Miss Choi cannot believe that Mr. Kim is a killer and that he killed his student. Ina is struggling to get herself free from the kill room, and Mr. Kim is having a nervous breakdown. A security guard sneaks up on him from behind and stabs him while hugging him. All the students start to rush out towards the exit. Mrs. Choi somehow finds the kill room and saves Ina. The security guard grabs the same axe and butchers Mr. Kim. The security guard is the father of Ji-won, and he was doing all of this in revenge. Mr. Kim says he is sorry, but Ji-won's father lands the final blow. He bleeds out and dies there. Ji-won's father murdered all the students who were paying to get their ranks, and the movie ends here. Drop a comment below letting me know how you found the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys.